It's Ray Give TV.
In the block.
Let's get right to it.
The only me looking at it, and I don't know, like the fact that the nigga that got robbed ended up at the place where his shit ended up at, and he got a cut. Was it a robbery? That's my defense, right? If the nigga was a participant, was it a robbery?
It's Ray Give TV.
In the block.
So let me ask you this, right? Wack, you said that would be.
I'm coming. Like
you said that would be your defense, right?
Be my defense, because if you're a participant in the robbery, we come in there, boom, 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 up, you give it up because you got a partner. You just in this motherfucker, right? And then you double back and meet us at the spot. And we give you 40,000, whatever it is. Was it a robbery? Did he take the 40,000 and turn it in to the feds as evidence?
Right. So let me ask you this: if you got these same charges that he got, right? Same exact charges Luce got, same everything, same evidence and all that. Is you going to trial on that, or you gonna cop out?
No,
if you can get it separated, if you can get it separated where you could cop out, is you gonna separate it and cop out, or you gonna take this all the way to the door?
I'm coming with that defense right there. If they don't have the money that he was given at the location, and logged in as what he turned in, then you're a willing participant in the robbery. So I really never robbed you.
And this the feds, like you would fight that.
Listen, I'm keeping it 100. Like
even with the evidence, even with them having the phone call with them two niggas on the phone together, you'll fight that.
All that, the evidence, the phone call, because the phone call was showing. So nigga, you still laughing and joking with the nigga that robbed you, or was you part of the robbery?
Yeah, you can look at it. You can look at it that way.
What I'm saying, Ghost, is if I rob you when I'm gone, that's one thing.
Right.
It's like, hey, look, nigga, I'm gonna come up in the spot 10 o'clock, lay everything down, nigga, meet us back at the spot, we're gonna give you your cut.
Right.
And this dude is a foreman or whatever he is, right? Did he take that 40,000 and go take it to the feds and say, hey, this is what they gave me? Then that's one thing. Did he take the 40,000 and spend it for his own personal use? At that point, are we dealing with a Hobbs Act robbery?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But me personally, the way I look at it, if I'm looking at if this evidence they got up against me, right? I'm looking at this shit right here, right?
Me personally, if the nigga was a participant, if the alleged victim was a participant in the robbery, what is the evidence?
I mean, you can
wasn't a robbery.
You can look at it. You can look at it that way, right? That's a defense angles to look at it. But I'm thinking about if I'm thinking about a jury, and I know they finna press play on this audio of me admitting to this robbery.
That's cool. I'm admitting to the.
I don't think I'm taking it to the. I think if I can get something for about 5 to 7, a nice plea like that, I think I'd take that 5 to 7.
What I'm telling you is this: the guy in front of you, jury, is not a victim. He is in fact my partner in the staged robbery.
Yeah, but you at that point you just rolling the dice. You know what I'm saying? You rolling the dice. You betting on the jury believing you over the government informant, because the government informant ain't gonna go up there and say, yeah, I was part of the robbery. That ain't what he gonna go up there and say.
What do you mean? It's in the work.
It's not him in there admitting that he was part of that robbery. That's not what that work say. He don't say that.
No,
the witness don't say he. No, the witness does not say that, bro. No, the witness does not say he was part of the robbery, bro.
At the house, he was back at the house.
Wait, slow down. What are we debating? The witness says.
Bro, this is the fact. The nigga admits that he definitely went back to the house.
Yeah, he do admit he went back to the house and got something. He didn't say he got all his shit back, bro.
No, it ain't. You don't, bro. Yo, slow down, Ghost. I don't know what you doing. You ain't got to get all. You're never gonna get all of it back if it's a play, right? Look, nigga. That who's that? Yeah, I got 3 partners. All right, look, we gonna come in there and rob the motherfucker, right? It's day weed and shit anyway, right? Yeah, it's a bunch of niggas. Okay, cool. Nigga, when we whoop, meet us back at the spot, we're gonna give you your end. Whoop, up, everybody hands up. Up, everybody get out. Whoop, nigga leave. Nigga don't call the police. He don't call 911. He don't call nothing. He go back to the spot. Now, this is a nigga that's working. Big U says, now that's how you rob yourself. And go take $40,000 off the table and give to the nigga. Now, did he take this money and go give it to the feds and say, hey, this is what they gave me? That's one thing, Ghost. Now, what you saying makes sense. Did he take that money and go splurges on his own personal use and never told them people he received money? That's another thing. Now, the defense is cooking.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you, right? I'm saying this from a defensive perspective and from a juror's perspective. I'm saying it's up to you putting that in the juror's hands as far as like you rolling the dice.
Gonna come down if they can't say Exhibit A, 1912, money given back to him after the robbery. If they say that, nigga, it's a problem. If they cannot provide the funds he was given, and that nigga wouldn't have splurged that money, and at that point, well, he kind of didn't rob you. This was a hoax robbery. Like, is this the Hobbs Act robbery? You were part of your alleged victim was part of the robbery. It was a staged robbery. So now you done went from the credibility. Now what just happened is Big U's overall shit is now working. Is being helped because now the credibility of the victim is now being compromised.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, right? But
that's all I'm saying.
For that to work, right? For that to work as a staged robbery, the victim will have to say that it was a staged robbery. That wasn't no staged robbery. That situation wasn't a staged robbery. That situation from the paperwork was an extortion robbery because the nigga wasn't answering their phone, wasn't answering Big U calls no more. See what I'm saying?
See, both of y'all right before
I never seen a nigga get extorted and they give him back the money. I don't know how that works.
I mean, niggas do shit like that. Niggas do shit like that sometimes.
For that to work, so say a nigga set up the robbery, right? And the nigga, he would have to own 100% of that company for it to be fraud, right? Because that's what it would be. It would be fraud on the owner's side. Setting up a robbery, that's fraud, right? Right. But if that person has partners, it's still going to be a robbery because they not in on it as well.
That's a fact.
Right.
But what I'm saying is now you have their alleged witness or victim.
It breaks the case apart. There we go.
Yeah, it's compromised. You know what I'm saying?
No, I see what you're saying for sure. I see exactly what you're saying.
Ghost, we got to keep in mind. They said it was an illegal dispensary.
That's a fact too.
That's my interjection.
That's a real good point right there too.
Witness Ghost. I'm attacking the credibility of that.
They said it was an illegal dispensary. It wasn't like my homeboy. He got a legal dispensary. He could grow, and distribute and transport. His license got. So his shit is like illegal, right? So motherfucker go in there and steal some shit. He called insurance people. Well, I don't believe these people was able to call insurance.
Right, they was illegal.
I don't know if I read that right, but it was something in there that said something about dude was paying off the police department.
I think it was something in there, and then I think it was a phone call about that too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that phone call. It's a phone call about him paying off the police department.
Right.
Damn, that's a... It's a little different. An original one. What is this?
It's just rough to sit up in that courtroom and a nigga getting on the stand like, yes, this nigga right here and this nigga right here, they came into my establishment and pointed guns at me and took this and took that. Like, that shit just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Me personally, I'd be trying to get a smooth plea if I could. Especially playing with them feds. If it was state, whole nother story. Playing with the feds, I'd be trying to get a nice little plea deal.
He need to get separated.
Right. Facts. I think that could happen for him though, bro. Because like you said, bro, he's not mentioned doing this shit with them except this one act. It's one act that he did with them. That's like, that could have been anybody who went and did that act, bro. That could have been a nigga hanging with a nigga who from 60s and he just the driver for that day, so he went with him. You know what I'm saying? Just because he the driver for that day, this nigga might not even be from a set. That don't mean that he's part of the big U enterprise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he definitely need to try to get that shit severed for sure.
From looking at the work, Ghost, I don't see no mention or no video of that incident. So are they only going off of the witness's word?
I don't think it's no video of the incident neither, unless them niggas keeping that shit in the tuck. I don't think it's no video. Gotta remember, like it was an illegal weed shop. But them niggas do be having camera systems in them illegal weed shops for their own security. But I think if it was video of that shit, I think they would have said something about that in the paperwork.
I agree.
Oh yeah. They probably would have mentioned that surveillance or something.
Right.
So all we got to go off of is the witness's word that happened.
Shit. Yeah, but I'm down with Ghost. Did the witness confirm? Now what? Yo, hold on, bro. How in the fuck was the place tapped? How did they know what Bricc you said in there? Cause that wasn't on no phone.
I think they said somebody handed, like when the robbery was going on, I think they said somebody handed it in the paperwork. I think it said like somebody handed the nigga Dale a phone or something with Bricc you on it, right? Wasn't there some shit like that?
Remember that shit. We need to go look at that because now I'm trying to figure out how did they know what Bricc you said.
Right.
House bugged. I mean, the other spot was bugged.
Yeah, that is true. And that rim shop, that body shop was bugged too.
No, that body shop was bugged. So, because I remember it said, Bricc, you said, now that's how you rob yourself. So, how did he know? It didn't say an individual said he said. It said that's what he said. So, how did they hear him say that?
Yeah, we got to go back and look at that shit.
You get what I'm saying? How did they hear him say that? Where is that at? I remember it saying, Bricc, you said, now that's how you rob yourself. How did they know he said that? We need to go back and look at the work. It got to be, but just page 18, 19.
Page 18
got to be
on it. I got it.
On the loose cannon thing.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, I'm trying to see where they getting what Bricc you said. Did somebody in there report that?
You want me to start from that part?
Like Ghost is saying?
All right, let me see. All right. It says, on July 5th, 2021, when Victim 1 had been ignoring Defendant Henley's calls demanding extortion payments, Defendant Robinson, Big U Enterprise member, and self-proclaimed Rolling 60s member, Loose Cannon, and approximately 9 other individuals, all acting at Defendant Henley's direction, traveled to the dispensary and committed a robbery.
Man, all bad. for them neighborhood boys. What y'all think about the content? Be sure to like the video, share the video. I will deliver 24/7 around the clock. Keep that notification bell turned on. But until next time, it's your boy Ray giving them gone. God bless. Peace.